All right, it's Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn, and today we're talking about financial literacy because this is Financial Literacy Month. And on the phone, we got a brand architect, a brand manager, brand man who knows everything about the dollar and how it should be spent upside down, sideways, whatever, man. We got the man on the phone, y'all, Rushion McDonald. What up, brother?
What's up, Rushion?
Thank you. I'm happy to be back here in this crisis time. This is when money is looking funny right now.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't have it. They're used to having it, and because of the crisis situation we're in, we can't control our income right now, and that's bad. That's really, really bad because the coronavirus crisis is not over. I want to get that clear because I've been on a lot of media outlets talking about encouraging businesses to reopen, and a lot of people have been saying that's insane. But I'm not saying it's insane because you should have a plan to reopen, and so I just want to put that out right there. I do know it's over, but there are 4.4 million people who have filed for unemployment. And a huge percentage of that are African American people. Now, on the flip side, we read about how the coronavirus is impacting African American people. They're highly vulnerable to this virus.
Right.
And so there's a really grave concern in Atlanta, particularly. The mayor has chosen not to follow suit with the Governor Kemp to open up the city, but he has overriding power. So he has to do what he wants to do. Same thing that happened in Texas where Judge Hidalgo had everybody wearing masks in Houston. And then Governor Abbott of Texas said, no, we're going to stop all that, and everybody's going to go back to work. And so my sister, she went back to work in Houston, and she's concerned because she's African American.
Right.
So we have to deal with we have to do a balancing act right now about, starting to move this economy and starting to get income back in our homes, but also wanting to live through this whole pandemic period to when we get a vaccine and we can all celebrate. Because right now, we don't have a vaccine.
Rushion, 4.4 million people filed for unemployment. This is the second round now for the PPP plan. Do people have a better chance of getting their hands on some money?
I didn't get it the first time, so you talking to a disgruntled guy. I really don't know because I'm confused. I'm gonna just tell you, this is all sincerity. I filed for it. I went through Bank of America. I filled out all the paperwork. On the actual day they told us to file, I filed. I didn't get no phone calls. I didn't get no checkups. So now they got another round two. They say round two because the first round, the Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, they took all the money. American Express, they took the money. The Lakers, they took the money.
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack, they took the money. Then they got nervous, gave some money back, but they didn't say they gave it all back. They just said they gave some money back.
Now, Harvard didn't give back a dime. Harvard took their money. They got a $40 billion endowment. They ain't giving nothing back. Nothing. Right.
Yeah. But here's the sad part about it, and I just want listeners to understand that. You have to really see how people play you. Okay, all that money was given out the week before they let us apply.
Right.
Mm-hmm. See, they all was sitting around divvying up with their boys. I'm gonna say it just like that with their boys because guess what? I didn't know about it. Rushion didn't know. Rushion didn't know till that Friday when they said I could apply. But by then, it was all given away anyway.
The money was gone already.
Yeah.
It was gone. So now they're telling us round two. But here's the problem. Nobody at Bank of America has contacted me saying, okay, you still open. Do I have to reapply? I don't know. So I'm sitting over here confused, and that's not good because guess what? I feel I should qualify. So guess what? If I don't get it the second round, then what's up?
Got a point.
That's how I feel. What's up? I'm in a what's up mode. And you don't ever want to get a black person in a what's up mode.
Rushion, when we come back in 10 minutes, I was in a grocery store and this lady was on the phone with a bill collector who was actually harassing her about making a payment for something. She was trying to explain that I've been laid off. I haven't even gotten any money yet. Actually trying to work with her. Is there something in place to protect people from collection agencies right now?
We want you to answer that when we come back in 10 minutes, though, Rushion. Don't move, all right? It's Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn.
Everybody get up. Real people, real radio.
Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn. I'm Rick Party.
Hey, babies, I'm Sasha the Diva.
And I'm the stress reliever, George Wilborn.
Now, before the break, Sasha, you asked him a question.
Look, we just heard how many people are filing for unemployment, how many people lost their job.
Where were you at listening that long? Did somebody just pop you upside the head?
No, it's just hard to.
Ain't it a 6-foot separation? You got good ears, Sasha. All I know, that's a lot of information you grab 6 feet away. We need to make that distance 12 feet with your ears. Your ears, you heard a lot. You heard a lot. But I'm just answer that question because here's the problem with people nowadays is that when the crisis started hitting, we already got people with bad credit, got people who's struggling, and they just throw up their arms. You cannot throw up your arms in this situation. It's just like I have employees. I've still been in a position to pay them, and so they have not had a position to struggle like a lot of people are struggling out there. And I'm not saying I'm not struggling making that payment, but what I am saying is that you gotta call the credit card company. You gotta call your rental agency. You gotta call your mortgage company because everybody's being very lenient. Everybody's being very receptive to delaying payments. Everybody's being there because what they'll do is they'll just put the payment, if you have a mortgage, they just put the payment at the end of the mortgage. You're going to make that payment now. Don't think that the payment might just be delayed, but the payment will be made. And so what you can't do if the payment gets delayed, you just can't make more charges on top of that credit card. They will probably suspend your credit card privileges at to that point. But that level of harassment that the person had on the phone, that was too extreme. I like to believe that was a culmination of a lot of bad credit situation happening prior to that phone call. Because if you during this time period, people are very lenient. If you listen to Delta Airlines, they're extending their program for a year. All companies are very aware because this is we've never had this pandemic in our lifetime. So nobody's being out there nasty. You got to pay us now because nobody wants a negative message sent out about their business. Nobody wants a negative message sent out about their brand. So anytime you are in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, where you feel threatened, you can call people and let them know and blast them on social media. I record the phone call myself and just play it back on social media. See, I had to give y'all some black advice right there. That's some black advice right there. Right.
Hey,
sometimes I could just talk normal, Rick, but sometimes I got to give people black advice.
No, it's all good. Speaking of black advice, when we come back, we want you to answer, Georgia Governor Kemp, he made the wrong choice in the types of businesses he reopened, and I want you to break that down. We come back in 10 minutes.
I'm going to need George help on this one. George,
I got you. I got your back on this one, bro.
It's Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn and Rushion McDonald. We'll be right back.
Everybody get out. Real people, real radio.
It's Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn. This is Financial Literacy Month, and y'all, on the phone, we got brand architect, brand manager, man. Some of everybody you've seen and TV hosts. This man right here, he's responsible for their success. And talk about money, the man knows the game. Now, Georgia Governor Kemp, he made the wrong choices in the types of businesses he opened, you said, Rushion.
Absolutely.
Break that down to us, man.
I'm on Good Day Atlanta, right?
Okay.
The third, they're going to try to call me out. They're good people. They're going to say, Rushion, you agreed with him opening. I said, hold up. I did agree with him opening, but when you start talking about tattoo,
right. All right. The bathhouse.
I'm gonna tell you something about, when people try to make stuff sound good, they try to straighten it up. Massage therapy. That's what they said in the newspaper. Massage therapy studio. We all know that's a massage parlor.
That's a massage parlor.
We all know that. Oh, massage therapy studios. Come on now. See, all I can say is this. Now, of all the things you had going on out there, all the decisions you had to make, he said health people said this was cool. I don't know nobody out there getting a massage that you're not touching and just rubbing that corona on in there. Just rubbing that corona on there. Just rubbing. Do you want a hot rock corona or do you want a deep tissue corona? Just rubbing that corona on there. That's all that was going on, man. That's all I was just saying is that look, and then the bowling alleys. Okay, now I don't know about y'all, but that ball go down that lane. And when that ball come back up, I don't know who touched that ball when it comes back up. I don't know who little fat fingers and went in that little hole.
But you know, 3 of them went in there. You went 3 of them in there by 33,000. So you just
So check this out. So by the time the ball come to me, I got so much Lysol in those holes. It's leaking. It's leaking when I stick my 3 fingers in there. In fact, I would slip when I be bowling. They go, ooh, there go that black dude sliding down that lane again. Because what you're not gonna do if I'm gonna go bowling, and I'm gonna tell you something. Remember the old days at the movie theaters? I'm out of breath. Because see, y'all got me fired up about this. Because you go in the movie theater and then somebody talking in the back, somebody sitting in the front. See, they talk. I don't know what they mean 6 feet of separation. Because of the fact that I get nervous. I get nervous. People talking. How do you tell somebody to stop talking in this pandemic? Hey, shut up! They're already mad. They're already angry. They already want to get out of the house.
Yeah.
So I just feel that the movie theater was stupid. I feel that there was the whole massage parlor. Let's go and be real with it, George. Massage parlor.
Strip clubs open too.
Come on, show. George, you ain't gonna get me. This is my second appearance on this show. You ain't gonna get me thrown off on this show, George. You ain't gonna do me like that, George. See, I done have it. Rick, Sasha, give George the side eye. Give George the side eye.
I will take care of it.
He is not gonna get me on the Rick and Sasha. George Wilbur. He's the 3rd name on the show. The 3rd name on the show is not gonna get Rashawn McDonald thrown off the show. Bringing up strip club in morning drive. Oh, you crazy? You can talk like that in the afternoon drive. Morning drive. You got church people. You got holy people. You got non-holy people. You got sanctified people. You can't talk like that, George. Let's go to
Pray for him, Rashawn. Pray for him, okay?
I can't pray for him. I can't pray.
Wait, hold on, y'all. When we come back, we gonna hear about the tattoo people, and we got so much more. Y'all, don't move. We got Rashawn McDonald hanging out with us. It's Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn.
Everybody get out. Real people, real radio.
It's Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn. We're talking to Rashawn McDonald, brand architect, man. This dude's a brand architect. He's a comedian. Listen, he's a leader when it comes to finances, man. He gets your money right.
No doubt.
I want to make a conversation.
Rashawn.
Yeah.
Breathe. Let me hear you breathe, boo. Just take a deep breath.
Okay, something. That's nervousness. See, this is what you can't do.
Why are you nervous?
Because this is my second appearance. I'm trying to stay on the show. See, I'm
you
trying to
will.
hang around. I'm trying to get up to New York with y'all. I want to get up to New York with y'all. See, y'all in New York now. See, y'all balling now. Y'all on the roll. See, George over there. George is a hater. George is a hater. He's starting stuff. See, I want to take George to one of those coronavirus tattoo parlors and put his name on his butt and misspell it and call him Jorge. I want to put Jorge on his butt. That's what I want to do for George. Jorge.
You are a fool.
Hey, Rashawn. Okay, so listen, for those who have applied for their unemployment.
I'm sweating over here, y'all.
I know. And they still have not gotten their money, and they're calling, and they can't get nobody on the phone. And it's millions that are in this situation. What do you say to them?
You talk about the $1,200 stimulus check, that one-time only check.
I'm just talking about their unemployment that they should be receiving.
Well,
Still, so many haven't received it yet.
And that's the problem. First of all, let's get to that $1,200 check that went out one time, and then a lot of people didn't get it because they still had it tied to their tax filer.
That's right.
And so the money went directly to the tax filer's bank account and didn't go to them. And guess what the tax filer did? Send it back to the government. And so when they went online,
they had to, though, right? They had to do that.
But guess what? I'm mad. That's my money.
Right.
Because when you go online, Sasha, it says check has been sent.
Right.
So I'm messed up. So then you got the unemployment. That's why I go back to what I'm saying, about we have to get this country moving. And the problem I've had with this, let me just tell y'all this is the problem I had. When the coronavirus first really started coming into this country, everybody was worrying about face masks. Don't wear no face mask. Don't wear no face mask. Be touching your face. 3 weeks later, everybody need to wear a face mask. Okay, that means that the leaders that we have out there aren't properly leading us.
Right.
Now we're going to this state's opening now. Same thing with these unemployment checks. They know they can't pay these people on time. They know they don't. They all the backlog. You know, it's like going to the DPS. You ever go to the DPS about 3 o'clock in the afternoon? You cannot get in. So imagine that. With the unemployment, it's the same thing, but that's at 8 a.m. in the morning, around the block, and they don't have the staff for that because guess what? During the pandemic, a lot of people don't want to come to work because you can't make anybody come to work when they feel uncomfortable.
That's right.
That's what the real problem is that if you say, hey, I'm uncomfortable working in this environment, they can't make you come to work. And so, but they can pay you. And so that's the situation that's having and causing a lot of backups for a lot of these checks. And so people just have to understand that that's the life that we live. So, and then you have to live that when you live in this type of life, there's going to be struggle. Got to call on your friends, got to call on your family, and then you have to budget. Got to get rid of Netflix. Got to get rid of Direct TV. You got to stop Ubering out. You got to Uber Eats and DoorDash. You got to start going to the store and buying proper food and changing your lifestyle. That's really what the question you've asked, that's my answer.
Got it.
There it is. Rushion McDonough has a podcast called Money Making Conversations. You can hear conversations like this. He's talking to everybody who's leading, celebrities, everybody. If you want to get your mind right and your money right, this is the man. Rushion, tell them where they can find you, man.
Go to moneymakingconversation.com if you want to hear any of these interviews. Also, go to my YouTube channel. I got 31,000 subscribers. I want you to be 31,001 subscriber. It's YouTube.com/YouTube.com/ Money Making Conversations with an S, because I'm doing a lot of talking, y'all. It ain't just one Money Making Conversation. It's Money Making Conversation with an S.
And you can find him behind some of these tattoo parlors.
I'm just saying, I'm doing free massages. I'm doing free massages, y'all. Because see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm telling you something, Rick. I have never massaged in my life. But guess what? I've read books.
Rushion, stop lying. Now you're lying, okay? So stop it.
So she had to go there. She gonna give me the side. Well, you know,
looking at you.
Hey, y'all, listen. It's Money Making Conversations on the Rick and Sasha Show with George Wilborn, Rushion McDonough, y'all. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man.